above your head, so I thought.
It's a joke.
Wow.
Oh, am I the one that didn't get the joke?
Well, you can't
fuck!
see it.
Lethal out! Lethal out! Slide!
They're raising the runway. What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Kestrel gameplay, and today we're going to talk about the post-cannon gadget balance. So this is an update that's not going to be coming with cannon, but it's going to be the update after cannon's release. This is the gadget balance, so let's head over and check it out. So on This Week in Rogue Company, they decided to take a look at some of the weapon changes and the gadget changes that will be coming to the game, not with cannon, but a update after cannon's release. And I've already done a video on the weapon balance changes. If you want to go check that out, please be sure to do so. But today we are going to be actually talking about the gadget changes coming. We're going to talk through them a little bit and kind of discuss them on a little bit more of a higher level. So for C4, the level 2 upgrade increases damage from 150 to 175 to negate tenacity. So I went into the game to see what the actual, upgraded damage for the C4 was, and it was 150 once you upgrade it, but this was originally a level 3 upgrade. They said it was a level 2 upgrade, and This Week in Rogue Company, possibly it was a mistake that the developers made whenever they were actually making the video. I'm not 100% sure. They may be rearranging the tier levels for the upgrades itself, but it is going to be a lethal gadget that's going to basically negate and deny tenacity 100%. And it's nice that, to me, it's nice that they're making this change, because there's not any explosive gadgets currently in the game that negates tenacity unless you have like multiple Kestrel hits, with her ultimate ability, Switchblade with her fire, things like that. So I think that this is a welcoming change. But they did it on the C4, which a lot of rogues have access to, so I can see where this is going to be a little bit more of a problem in the future, especially whenever it's first released. People are going to have to learn kind of how to play around it. So for the frag grenade, they are increasing the explosion radius for higher minimum damage at the edges of the explosion radius. So to me, what this means is that the fall off damage on the frag grenade itself was not something that was working very well in the game currently. And I understand that, because they said they wanted to make this change to kind of make it comparable or competitive with the bounce grenades. The bounce grenades, if it gets anywhere near someone, it's immediately going to down someone. So I guarantee you they're basically copy pasting the explosion radius and the damages at the edges of it from the bounce grenade to kind of make it a little bit more competitive. And this makes sense, especially with a frag grenade, something that you're going to have to be holding to cook in order to try to land a very, very, very precise lob so that you can secure it down. To me, it takes a lot more skill and it takes a lot more accuracy in order to get a frag down like that, as opposed to basically just launching a bounce grenade, seeing where it goes and hoping it gets it down, unless you're playing in like some very close-knit corners where there's walls all around someone. So I think that this is going to be a welcome change, especially for people that are very skilled with cooking the grenades, adjusting the trajectory of the grenade, and being able to release it when you need to in order to secure that down. So the last change they're doing to gadgets is the Semtex. So the level 2 upgrade will increase non-stuck damage from 100 to 125. So they're basically making the Semtex have a little bit more of a down potential against armored targets. Now I know that there's quite a few people in the game right now that have either access to armor, or you have a Mac Dahlia combo that have armor right out of the gate, and then when they down someone they regain their armor and all this kind of stuff. But I do see that, with the inclusion of runway, with the higher play rate of the Semtex themselves, I can see where, the data showed that the Semtexes needed to do a little bit more non-stuck damage. But in reality, the way that the Semtexes were designed to begin with was something that you stick on someone or you use it to drive someone out. You're not really using it in order to like stick it on a surface to try to get a down with that. You're trying to either drive someone out or you're trying to stick that person directly. And to me, this change is kind of like meh. It's like, I understand why you're making this change. I understand the potential of the Semtex grenade with this change itself. But I think that, like, you're kind of like not understanding the full reason the Simtex exists in the game. Especially whenever you've got the current game right now where cannon hasn't been released, runway hasn't been nerfed. She gets 3 Simtex grenades after she hits the box. You know, you have people like Chalk, you have people like Lancer that have the opportunity to hit that and to get multiple Simtex grenades. And it's been very much of a frustration for a lot of players to play against that many Simtex in one round of like demolition or something like that. And so I don't know. This one kind of didn't hit the mark for me. I think it would have been nice if they would have increased the explosion radius of it a little bit, but not really do like they did with the frag grenade, where it has the higher minimum damage at the edges of it. That way, it gave you more of a potential to push people in and out of an area. But it also, as someone playing against that, gave you more of an ability to be able to tank some of that damage without giving your position away and putting yourself in danger. So this change is kind of meh. It's very interesting in my opinion, and this is what I'm going to close with. It's very interesting in my opinion to where a couple of updates back, they're like the gadgets, the lethal gadgets are overperforming completely. So we're going to go in, we're going to adjust everything about the lethal gadgets so that you rely more heavily on actual like gunplay as opposed to like being able to use your gadgets to like flush someone out or get easy downs with that. And now they're kind of going back on that. I've seen this trend with, First Watch Games and Rogue Company itself in the past couple of updates to where they're basically like getting rid of all the changes that they made before. They want to focus more on gunplay, but now they're buffing the gadgets. They want to focus more on this, but now they're going back and buffing or changing this in order to make it a little bit more, I don't know, streamlined or feel better for players. I'm not exactly sure like what the reasoning or the methodology behind all this stuff is, but those are my thoughts and opinions on it. I just think it's very interesting that they set this precedence of what they wanted the game to be. Very, gunplay heavy. The use of gadgets, whether it be, utility based or lethal based, be kind of a secondary to accompany the gunplay. But now they're making the gadgets themselves, especially the lethal gadgets, something that is more akin to, hey, we're going to use this for easy downs. What that sounds like to me is that they're basically pivoting the game to be more of a casual, respawn focused, type of game, as opposed to going more in depth with like a methodical gameplay such as demolition and game modes like that. So be sure to let me know what you think of the gadget changes in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to check the description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys.
There's two on the bridge.
Lethal out.
There's one under the zip line.
Shit.
They're on A.
What?
Yeah, they're both over there.
Lethal out.
Yeah.
Slide. Can't compare.
He pulled back into their spawn.
She's hurt.
I'm hurt.
You all made that look easy. I am successful
Good shit.
yet again.
Good job. Hey, at least we got a good palace experience. First one in a fucking Coon's age,
We did just like steamroll the fuck out of that team though.
They had us a couple rounds, but with our hard work, dedication, forgot how to vacation,
Violence, speed, momentum.
Yeah, all of it.